Thank you very, very much. To be introduced by Tom Kean, to be here with Brendan, and my son Tom, was a very special moment, especially for this particular organization. You know, the organization always was growing. Harry's leadership is so dynamic. But you know, when you put Harry Pazicki and B. Daggett together, you might even say they're perfect together. This is very serious, what you all are about. And Brendan and I are just honored to be a small part of it. Because, seriously, I mean, I have a grandson, new grandson, who came out of the hospital this evening. And I think about his future. And I think about this democracy. And whether it's going to be the same. And whether he's going to be able to participate in the same way that I have, and Brendan has, and our sons have. Because, you know, like, I got back from Greece last week, and I did some rereading. I used to teach Greek history. And I noted that Solon, who was the great lawgiver a couple of hundred years before Christ in Athens, one of the things he said was that, you know, if you didn't take part in what he called the disputations of that community of Athens, then you didn't deserve to be a citizen. What he meant was that democracy is beneath nobody. Everybody is supposed to take part in it, or it doesn't succeed very well, and a citizen is somebody, by definition, who does just that. And what you are doing now is reinvigorating that idea throughout this great state of ours. And in addition, if you worry about this democracy, I mean, Lincoln said it best. I mean, Lincoln always says everything best. He said, you know, if this democracy is in trouble, it's going to come from the inside, not outside forward. Because if this democracy stumbles, this democracy is not going to be killed by ambush or by assassination. If this democracy dies, it's going to be through undernourishment. It's going to be because people didn't care enough or pay enough attention to its future. And therefore, what you are doing in this organization, Harry and Bee and all of you, what you're doing is essential to the very preservation of what makes this country unique. I mean, that's what you're about in essence, is preserving and saving this democracy. And nobody's doing any better than you are. You read that brochure. I was reading it at the table. This is what it's all about. The story I've always loved is the Indian story about a very wise man in a village. And people used to come and ask him questions because he was so wise. And a young boy came one day and he said, and he's going to give him trouble, as young boys do, try to give trouble to the old. And he said, "Oh man, I've got a bird in my hand." He said, "I want you to tell me, if you're so wise, is the bird alive or is it dead?" What the boy thought he'd do was, if the old man said it was dead, he would open his hands and let it fly away. If he said it's alive, he was going to crush it. So see, it's dead. And the old man looked at him and said, "Young man, its fate is in your hands." Now, I think our fate is in your hands and our hands. And I just came basically to say thank you so much for what you're doing tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just for 1 minute, take a look up here, because what you're seeing is very rare. A bipartisan, multi-generational, lifelong commitment to service that's unparalleled in any state in this country. Is it time to go home, hon? Only 2 things left to say, and that is enjoy the wonderful desserts that are here for you all. And please remember that a call to service is nothing if it's not answered. So go home and spread the word. And thank you so much for being here and supporting.